Hello, hello. Can you hear me out there? How are you? Happy Friday. What day is it? Yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. How is everything going? How was your week? I hope it was great. So my week was nice. I really enjoyed the weather. Um it's been a little windy, which I don't necessarily prefer, but it's been so bright and sunny, and the leaves are changing, different colors, the reds, the yellows, orange. So I'm really in my happy fall time. So I just wanted to pop on here as we continue to get into our cozy time in the fall. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome. How are you? I hope you're great. So yeah, I was just talking about that I've been enjoying the weather. The weather has been awesome. We have had some frost here in PA, but nothing too crazy just yet. So, I'm trying to get my mind right for impending winter. But it's fine. It's no surprise. It comes every single year at the same time. So yeah. Excuse me. Hi. It is. I don't know why. Hold on. I don't know. I don't know why it's always like being crazy like that. Let me see. I tested my internet speed the other day, and it was fine. So I'm not quite sure what the issue is with that. Let me know if it's still acting crazy, and then I may have to pop off and then come back. Let me see. Hmm. Okay, so yeah, just let me know if it's still being crazy or not. So I really need to get it together. But I want to keep showing up like I said that I would. So today's October 24th. And so the next week, oh, it's going to be Halloween. I'm not going to do a live on Halloween, y'all. I don't like Halloween. So, am I right with the date? I think I'm right with the date. Let me just see. Yeah. Halloween is not my vibe. Okay. So anyway, moving on. Thank y'all for being here. So I wanted to start off and talk to you about something that is very, very crucial and important, not just in the garden, but especially in the garden. But not just in the garden, just, for your whole life. Take care of your feet, okay? And I understand that in the summer is, people have like you're wearing your sandals, you want to be outside and have your shorts and your dresses and all of those things. But listen, as a woman like over 40, take care of your feet, okay? So that means properly lotion them. If perhaps, getting like, what do you call this? Pedicures. If that's in your budget, even if it's like you know, like a splurge every, once a month or every 2 months, whatever it is, please take care of your feet. So I have very like flat feet, and yeah, I be on the struggle bus, right? And so proper footwear is very crucial. Um, and I have like splurged, not often, because I don't know. I have this thing about like I don't like it when get your fingernails done. Like I'm a gardener, so I'm not always trying to like get a manicure or anything like that. But I did get a pedicure recently, and it felt so good because I've really been having issues with my feet, like on my left foot, the arch. Well, there's really no arch because I have flat feet, but there's like an issue. But anyway, so I treated myself to it's called a spa pedicure, and that lady, the way that she massages my feet and my leg and with the stones and just all the things, like it really, really feels so good. So please take care of your feet. That's how you transport yourself and get around. But then also I have like this, it's like a foot cream, and does it have cayenne? I can't remember. Don't get me to making up stuff. But anyway, I put that on from time to time, and then as it gets colder, it's important to wear like socks or to help lock in the moisture. Now, as a woman over 40, okay, and perimenopause, okay, has been kicking my arse. Maybe wearing the socks every night is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. But play it by ear, figure it out. But yes, take care of your feet. So that was the number one thing that I had on my list about your foot care. All righty. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was pumpkins. Now we know that Halloween is upon us. I don't celebrate. I love pumpkins, but I don't carve pumpkins or anything like that. However, if you are doing any sort of decoration in your yard, it's really important to, let me see if I could get a pumpkin, to try to preserve the pumpkin, for as long as you can. So what you want to do is when you bring it home from the store, it's really best if you clean it off so you could take like a little cotton swab uh, and just clean it off with vinegar. Clean off the whole entire thing, right? And let it dry, or you can dry it off with paper towel or, like a cloth or what have you. The next thing you want to do, if you have Vaseline, you can put some all throughout the pumpkin, right? Now, depending upon where you're placing it outside, right? So you can also like put the Vaseline like on the bottom part too. But if you're going to be placing it on top of something, then you want to be mindful of that and maybe not necessarily like place it all the way like down, on the bottom part. But I didn't have no Vaseline. Yes, it's true. A Black woman without Vaseline in our house. I don't know why. I don't have any. So, but I do have castor oil. So anyway, I took the castor oil and on my larger pumpkin, because like this pumpkin right here is on the tabletop. So I wouldn't put any type of Vaseline or castor oil on it because that would be weird. And it's inside and it's on the table, and it could, stain your runner or your napkins or your like the table place setting. So you don't want to do that. This is only for outside pumpkins. So anyway, I first I started with the cotton swab to put the castor oil on top of the pumpkin. Not a good idea, because what happens is the castor oil, because it's so thick, it actually like it separates the cotton, and it kind of gives like a spooky vibe, but that's that was not my intention. So anyway, I had to wipe that off and start again, or just pull off the not plastic. What am I saying, child? The cotton. I had to pull the cotton off. So anyway, I shined up my pumpkin. It looks really great. I know that I owe you all a picture because the last live I told you that I would be planting the mums, and I did. And it's not quite finished yet. I'm almost finished. I just need to put down a little bit more mulch. And then, so I have two other pumpkins. I have that green pumpkin. Can you see it? Remember that one? So I have that one to put outside. And then also there's another larger one that I don't think I've shown you. So I'm going to place those outside. But anyway, that's my little pumpkin tip that I wanted to let you know about. Because I'm trying to be real organized and focused tonight, guys. Because I don't want to be like all over the place. Okay, what else is going on? Let's see. Yes. I am not here for her. I don't like her. Not whatsoever. Okay, she can kick rocks. All right, so the next tip. On the last live, I mentioned that, it's time for you to start doing a little bit of garden cleanup. You don't want to go crazy because it is important to leave like the seed heads for the birds. And it's been kind of warm here and there lately. So even like the bees are flying around. So if you can, and if it's not too unsightly, just go ahead and leave the plant in place. Now, in an effort to possibly save money, you can either dig up the annuals and make an attempt to salvage them for next year, because surprisingly, so last year I planted like these lavender color vincas, and they popped up. I thought I had removed all of them like from the front garden, but they actually resurfaced. And I was like, okay, girl, like, well, you out here, so I'm gonna leave you right here. So with that in mind, this time I did take out all the coleus, but anyway, so like the other items such as like lantana, I have some portulaca. So what I'll do is leave the root intact. I won't dig it up, but I'll just cut the stem pretty low and leave it, and then we'll see what happens. So if they pop back on the scene, then we ain't got to buy no plants for next year, right? And I understand that, well, God, like plants are astronomically high. Okay, like when you're a gardener and you grow these things from seed, and then you see what they, cost in retail, like $5 and $6 per plant, is like, say what? So anyway, it's important. We're going to try to leave and salvage what we can. And what else? Let's see. What else did I did pull up the portulaca in the front, because I'm going to put one of the pumpkins like in that place. But I'll have them in a container. The container is actually a IKEA, what do you call it? Wastebasket. And I think it was only like a 99 cents or $1.99. And I drilled holes in the bottom. So what I'll do is I'll just, place the portulaca in there, keep them slightly moist throughout the winter, and then we'll see what happens. And look, no harm, no foul. If they don't, bounce back for next year, then that's fine. Because if I had dug them up in the first place and thrown them out, then I wouldn't have them, and I would have to replace them anyway. But we're trying to save money over here. Okay. So that's the other tip. Now, I've been doing a little bit of cleanup, as I mentioned. So these are marigold seed heads. Now, I've had I have a lot of marigolds in the backyard, and I didn't, I don't know. This season, the garden centers, especially at the big box stores, they just were not a vibe. It looked really sad. It looked pitiful. It looked like nobody cares. And even like today, I think today and yesterday, I was over at Lowe's. Lowe's does a little bit better job, but like Home Depot just looks so pitiful, just all season. So what I did, I transplanted a marigold from the backyard into the front yard. And so I'm just going to see, because, if it'll survive, until finally the cold takes it out. So we're going to let it survive. But what I did to make it look a little bit better, I clipped off the seed heads from the marigolds, because they started to look a little, rough. I don't know if you can see that. Right? Now, when I say seed head, let me show you. Let me find one that's like really dried out. Okay. So this right here, these are the seeds. Can you see? Okay, so it looks like this. And then when it dries, it turns into this. And then you can just plant these, and you can grow your own marigolds instead of spending $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, $11, $12. Oh gosh, now I got it all over the computer. So yeah, that's a fun little tip, guys. All right, so don't say I didn't tell you. Let me see if I can get this. Okay. So we have the marigolds. I already mentioned that I have this, I had a frost advisory yesterday, and I think it's tonight also. As far as the things that I need to bring in, what do I have left? I have left a hibiscus, and I still need to dig up the elephant ears. Now, I'm going to take my chances on the cannas. We're going to see what happens. But I think I'm going to do a video on that. Yeah, I think I'll do a video on that. Let me make myself a note. Yes, I love marigolds. And you know what else I have noticed this year? They have, like, in Trader Joe's, they actually had the plant like as a potted plant, which I really don't recall ever having seen it before now, because marigolds have a very like pungent odor, which that's the reason why they say the deer don't like them. That is, they're supposed to be deer resistant. I mean, I guess they are. I mean, yeah, I think they are. They are. But I know that a lot of times when they cultivate plants for, when I say they, I mean the growers, when they cultivate plants for the retail space, they usually like take away the scent. That's why it's so annoying when you buy roses and they don't have a smell. It's like, well, what's the point? But I digress. But yes, I do love the marigolds. And my favorite combination is the yellow and orange color. Like I love those like all the time. I do like the yellow a lot, but the yellow and orange combination, it's my favorite. Yes, they are out. They definitely are out. And I'm just like, okay, like, well, whose idea was this? But I guess they're trying to make money. And it is, it's a great plant that you grow in the summer that makes its way into early fall. So that's great. All right, moving on. Okay. So we talked about the garden cleanup and the frost advisory. Okay. Oh, another important tip is when you're bringing plants inside to overwinter, please make sure you number one, check for pests, remove any type of pest or disease because you don't want to bring it into the house in a closed environment and it's just going to get worse. So check for the pests and then water very deeply, like water very deeply. And I did that for like the palms. So I had several different palms from the summer, and I still need to bring in several more. But yes, water very deeply if you can. I mean, like, you can't just water, 5 or 10 seconds. I mean, like 30 seconds. And I have a rain barrel, and I prefer to use the rainwater. So I usually take the rainwater, get it into the can, and then I pour it in maybe at least 2 times just to be on the safe side. Then you need to let it like dry out. And also you need to figure out what the situation will be, once you get it inside and over the winter, because you don't want to have to take out, a plant from the inside to the outside and try to water it during the winter. Like, that's just madness. We don't want that because we want as much ease in the garden as possible. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So we've been being cozy. So I'm in my plant studio, which is basically the sunroom. I have heat here, but I don't have it on right now. I am feeling a little bit chilly, especially with my hands, but my arms, not so much. But anyway, let me show you my beautiful wrap that my wonderful friend, Miss Mona, made. Look how pretty this is. So if you want to get cozy, this is the thing to do, right? So now it's very nice. It's very luxurious. Very cozy, bougie, if you want to be. So yeah, she's a very talented seamstress. I was hoping she could show me how to sew. I still have a sewing machine that I got during the pandemic, and yeah. So yeah, keep hope alive for me, y'all. Just one day I'm gonna pop out and I'm gonna be like, look what I made! Look what I did! So yeah. Oh, you do? Yes, we can be twins. Yes, thank you. It's so pretty. I love wraps and blankets. I did get a new like cozy blanket, and then I don't know where it is. It, it just absolutely disappeared on me. But yeah, so but I've been oh, did I have that? So during one of my walks, I had decided, it was very impromptu, but I decided to do some foraging. And I had a plastic bag in the car. And so I was able to like, get up the pine needles and like the little pine cones. Let me see, what did I do with it? Hold on, let me see if I can get the bag for you. I'll be right back, y'all. Okay. Can you hear me? So this is the bag, right? So, you know, we like to get decor from nature, right? So anyway, I have all, I have like these leaves. Like I like picking up stuff like this. I see art in nature. So I need to figure out something to do with that. And then here's another one. So these are fun. Look at this. Look at all of these. Ah! So I think I'll just make a quick little video. If you have any type of vase or what is it, those footed, do I have any? I don't have any. Those footed hurricanes, I think that's what they're called. You could just place these in here. You could get you some little fairy lights and just make it festive. You can add some mini pumpkins that you can get from, I don't know, just any store. But yeah, so instead of going like a bag like this, if I purchase this from a retail store, it will probably be at least $50. Okay. And then also you can keep these and use them for your winter decor as well. So yeah. So, you know, you're just out walking around. Oh yes, a wreath would be great too. And you know what? I actually have 3 rings like of the small wreaths. And so maybe I can figure that out. Okay, thank you, girl. Let me put that on my list, honey, so I won't forget it. Okay. Yeah, so any other ideas if y'all can give me, then I'll try to figure something out. But I love nature, and then I also included some, I picked up a little bit of like pine needles too. So down south, as the primary mulch down south is in fact pine needles. Did you know that? That's what they use. And it makes so much sense because why? There's an overabundance of pine trees typically. And so you could just gather those up instead of spending $5, $7 on a bag of mulch. You can just gather up the pine straw and then place it on your garden and do that. So yeah. So, oh my gosh, wait a minute, y'all. Hold on, y'all. This is like real time. I'm getting a flash. It don't take much. So I gotta get this thing off of me. Oof. All right. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So what else? What else is going on? Anything else y'all want to talk about? So I made really good time. Look at me being all organized and focused and to the point. So I don't think I don't have anything else on my list. I don't have anything else on my list. Oh, guess what, y'all? Reminder, stay hydrated. Gotta drink your water. That's another thing. Dealing with the perimenopause child. Crepey skin, it ain't cute. So we gotta drink our water. Ooh, excuse me. That was nice. Very nice. So, oh, I forgot. I got this beautiful book called The Layered Garden. And it's called The Layered Garden, Design Lessons for Year-Round Beauty from Brandywine Cottage. So this guy, he's also from Pennsylvania. And I think he's even been featured at Longwood Gardens. Creative Gardens. Okay, yeah. So he's like a garden lecturer, but I found his book on Amazon. Yes, Amazon. And it was marked down for like $15, and the book is regular, what, 35? Yeah. So I'm excited about this. Because right now I've really been doing a lot of transplanting. I've actually been relocating plants to very unusual places, like in the yard. So in the backyard, there's not too much grass remaining. So anyway, I took the liberty to plant or transplant like some hydrangeas. So we're gonna see what it looks like, you know, next year. And it's very important to get everything transplanted as early as possible. As I mentioned before, you want to get them in the ground, acclimated before like the crazy winter weather arrives, because they won't survive, very likely. So it's important as a gardener to get different ideas. Let me show you how pretty this is. Look how pretty that is. Right? And it doesn't really matter like how small your space is. Like it doesn't have to be like super big in the first place. You just have to work with what you have, use your imagination and your creativity. Because chances are you are much more creative than you actually think. So yeah. So I'm going to be going through this book. It's a really nice like coffee table book, and it gives like great ideas, and then it explains about the different plants. Let me see the table of contents. Let me see here. Let me see. So, okay, yeah, like chapter 3, it says signature plants through the seasons. And it breaks down his passions, and then winter, spring, late spring through summer, and then autumn. So that's a fun, I like how that's organized, because many times we do need plants, like we need ideas for plants according to the seasons, because like right now, I mean, you can plant your bulbs for spring, but right now we're about to go into winter in our zone, which is 7A. And so we won't plant any type of warm weather plants because they won't survive. Okay. So anyway, yeah, this is my new book. And I guess it's his house or his garden area. And it's just different ideas like that. That's like a gravel thing. Now, I do prefer more of a cottage garden, which is not formal. It's not really, it's not deeply curated, I guess. Is that the right word? Is that what I'm saying? It's just not very like tidy and organized. It's just kind of free flowing, organic, you know, how you would find it like if you were out in nature in the woods or something. Hydrating cream from Lux. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Which one did you get? So the funny part, I had a L'Occitane sample, and I thought it was for the face, but I rubbed that stuff all over my face. It was actually body cream. But it felt so nice and luxurious. And I'm like, oh, this is great. But then when I look back at the what do you call it? Like the package, the little sample pack, and I say, okay, girl, reading is fundamental, but you know, it's fine. So a wreath tutorial would be fun with all the fall foliage. Yes. Can we do that? Can we do that? Would that be fun? Oh, cozy electric blanket. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm um I'm waiting to see your creation. My creation? Oh. My creation? You talking about me? Okay. Okay, Miss Mona. Yes. Uh-oh. I see a beautiful wreath in those cones. Okay, we'll see. We can maybe have like a craft time. Maybe we could have excuse me, a live craft time. So since I'm not doing a live on Halloween. That's not the vibe. So let's do, what's the next date? Let me see, what is the next date? November 7th. Oh, geez. Okay, November 7th. So that'll be the next live. And okay, sure. Let's try to make a wreath and do something with the pine cones. I don't think you know what? I have all the supplies. I have the little wreath rings, and then I have like the wire that you wrap around. And I have the cones, and I guess whatever else I can scrounge up between now and then we can do it. So let's see what else. All right, so we're going to do the wreath tutorial. Bring your own supplies, okay? And then we can all do it together. Not craft. Not craft time. Okay, craft time. You know what? We can do craft time because I have like this canvas that I painted with some sample paint, and I never did anything with it. But then I have like these plastic like sticker decals, and I said, oh well, maybe one day I can like place those on there with the, what is it, Mod Podge? I think I need to get some to make it adhere properly, and then I can just make my own art. But I also have to cut down that zebra grass, and so maybe I can make something with that as well. Now, I listened to this woman. She did a TED Talk some time ago. I think it was out of Manchester, England. And she basically talked about how we need art now more than ever because the world is on fire. We need art. We need to show our art. And that is more like, it's really for your mental health and for the overall general well-being of society. And I thought to myself, like, yeah. I mean, when you think about like decor and tablecloths and curtains, that is also a form of art. Even like Miss Mona's poncho, the wrap, like that is art. Making your garden, that is art. So writing, like any medium can be art. It's not this one static like thing that's really limited to a painting, portrait on the wall. It's anything. right? So I think maybe I'll listen to that TED Talk again. It was it wasn't really profound, but it was just a real pumpkins. Are we gonna do craft times? You have all these ideas, Dr. Sashi. Yes, we need art. I watch Misty Copeland. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that. I never got to see her. Dang it. Mm, yeah, she was definitely a trailblazer. So I'm sure she's inspired like so many more, you know, young girls, young Black girls, young girls of color. Because I think in Misty's case, they actually told her, you do not have the body type for a ballerina, and therefore you will never make it. But she proved everyone wrong. So that's why it's important to have hobbies, have a passion, to share it, and just, yeah, share, which that's something that I'm working on. I need to work on sharing more, guys. But this live has been helping me, and you all showing up has really been like helping me along in the right direction. And so now I'm like, yeah, like Friday nights, I'm going to go live. So, all right, it is time for me to let you go. I hope you've enjoyed this time together. I hope you come back on November 7th. And in the meantime, if you have any ideas or, for craft time, because I guess November we're going to be doing craft time, then please do let me know. So you have a great evening and a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you later. Bye.